Alright, so to solve these three problems here, we need to set up that ratio for probability, where the bottom part is, let me fix it here, the bottom part is the total number of possible outcomes, and the top part is the number of ways that whatever's in here could occur. So the first part, A, was what's the probability that all 7 people selected are 20 to 39? So let's add up how many total volunteers there are. Well, I guess it tells us there's 20 total people. And then it breaks them down by age group. There's 10 in the first age group, 8 in the next, and then 2 in the last one. So if there's 20 total people and we're selecting 7, we select 7 volunteers at random, how many total ways can we do that? That's the total number of possible outcomes. So if there's 20 people and we're choosing a group of 7, it should be 20 and then the combination's 7. We're just making a group here, so we do combination. The order doesn't matter. That's why we don't use permutation. It doesn't matter who's picked first, second, third, fourth, etc. for the group. If it mattered what order was, you use that. But it doesn't. We're just creating a group of 7. How many different groups of 7 could we use? Could we create? So we use combinations. So we've taken care of the bottom. Now the top is the number of ways that this could occur. So how many ways can you get a group of 7 out of the 20 to 39-year-olds? So looking back at the problem, it says there are 10 people who are 20 to 29 years old. So there are 10 people, and we're going to choose a group of 7. And this will tell us how many different groups we can form. It'll tell us how many different ways this can happen. And so you plug these both in your calculator, you get numbers, and then you reduce that, reduce this fraction, this ratio down to get your final answer. Now for parts B and C, it's a bit more complicated, but it's the same basic setup. So in B and C it's different because in A we had all the volunteers from one age group. So on top we just had one thing to do. There's 10 people in that age group, we're picking 7. Well, in B there's 5 volunteers in that age group and then 2 in the 60-year-old age group. So what we're doing in part B is we have 10 people and we're just picking 5 of them. 5 people from that 20 to 39 age group. And this is for part B. And then in that second age group, let me double check, 60 or older, and there were 2 people 60 or older, and we're actually selecting 2 of them. So you have 2 people 60 and over, and you're selecting, so see, 2 of them, making a group of 2. So this is the number of ways you can select 5 people from that first group of 10. And this is the number of ways you can select 2 people from that 60 and older, which had 2 people in it. Remember, if you have the total number of ways you can do one thing and the total number of ways you can do the other thing, to get the total number of possible ways, different selections you can make, you multiply those two things together. Like, I think the example I used in class is if you had 3 shirts, alright, 4 pairs of pants, and let's say 5 pairs of shoes, how many different outfits can you make? Well, you have 3 options here, so 3, 4 options there, times 4, and 5 options there, times 5, and that equals 60. So there's 60 possible outfits. Well, here we're saying there's this many ways to get 5 people out of that first age group, and this many ways to get people out of that second age group. So again, we have the total number of ways for multiple things. We multiply those together to get all the possible combinations. And so that'll give you part B, which said 5 from the 20 to 39 and 2 from 60 and older. So reduce those that I helped you set up for A and B, and then see if you can get C on your own. And if you get stuck on it, don't hesitate to ask in class, because I will be going over this at the start of class to try to answer questions, and I'm sure other people will have a lot of questions on this too. So I hope that helped.